What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tuition as a part of Lose Your Ass Media. We'll be discussing the best bets in college football for this week. Got a lot to talk about. We got the Pac-12 starting up this week. I'm probably going to avoid all those bets at all
Yeah,
costs
same.
because it's
Same.
one team I would go after is Oregon, but without Justin Herbert no longer on the team, things are going to definitely change over there. So we'll see after a few weeks of them playing.
Yes. So, if you guys tuned into our last tuition, me and James made a bet about Temple and Tulane. James bet on Tulane. Tulane ended up winning by a lot. It wasn't even close. Temple lost. And I do not have a Mets hat, but I am wearing a Mets shirt to fulfill my bet. You got to pay your debts unless, the gambling gods get you. So
Sure.
I am wearing
Baseball shirts and
Yeah, we're doing
college
a football
football.
podcast. But yeah, we're also changing up tuition this week. There's a lot of games, and as people know, you can't always be sure on a lot of games. So we're going to give our 4 locks and our 4 medium locks. So it's super locked, super glued, padlocks that we're going to give you, and then maybe be able to jiggy it locks as well. So we're going to try to do it different. Let us know what you think in the comments. This will be uploaded to YouTube. I know we've been lacking on the YouTube, but they're all up on Spotify.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, James, you want to start with your padlock first?
Yeah, my first lock bet of the week is Cincinnati Houston over 54.5.
Yep.
I just like watching both of these teams offensively. Um, I think Cincinnati does not cover that spread, but I'm not going to put that in a bet. But I do believe Cincinnati and Houston are going to throw it around a little bit and score some points. Picture this game, I think, somewhere like 37
I agree with you on
scoring touchdown.
this. Is also one of my locks, and I think it's already down to 53.5 now, which I grabbed it at 56.5 thinking that it was going to go up because
Okay.
it's already, I believe, at 53.5 on this app. So it's FanDuel. FanDuel, sponsor us, please. But yeah, it's already up, already down on 53.5. So that should be
Yeah.
definitely grab that while you can because that's incredible. Yeah, I'm gonna grab it. So that is actually one of my locks of the week. So I'll switch up another log of the week to this one, which I have. I think Michigan State money line, but to be safe, I believe it's 6.5 point underdogs with Michigan with Iowa. Michigan State just looked good in their game against Michigan. I think Michigan's better than Iowa. Michigan State's loss came to a very good Rutgers team. Maybe not very good, but much better than in recent years Rutgers team. So they beat Michigan, who hasn't looking good. But Iowa State's 0-2. Their 2 losses come from not great teams. It comes from Purdue, while Michigan State's loss comes from Rutgers, who I think is better than both of those teams, and win against Michigan, which is super impressive. So that, and also on this game, I would take the over on it. The over is currently at 46.5. Just so everyone knows, Iowa is currently giving up 329 yards a game, and Michigan State is giving up 364 yards a game while having 409 yards a game. So I think that it's going to be more of an offensive battle than people think. So I would definitely take the over on those games. Those are, I guess, 2 of my locks. I guess that can count as 2. James, what's your second lock of the week?
My next lock is I'm back in the Tar Heels again. North Carolina minus 11.5. Going up against a weak Duke team.
Mm-hmm.
Don't trust Duke at all. North Carolina's been running up numbers. I'm trusting North Carolina all the way here. North Carolina is better than people have them at. Really love them here. Well coached, playing well. I'm going to ride that wave until it's over. North Carolina minus 11.5. Second lock of the week.
Second lock of the week. That's good lock. I'm actually going to count my last one as 1 lock because it was essentially 1 game. So I'm going to do another 3 if you don't mind, James, if that's good with you. So another lock of the week
Absolutely.
for me is actually what you said you'd stay away from, which is the Cincinnati line, which is at 13.5, I believe.
Okay.
I think that they are going to beat Houston by a lot more. I don't think anyone in the American can keep up with them. So that is my lock of the week. Cincinnati hasn't done me wrong yet. So
This is
and who do you have as your third lock of the week?
my third lock of the week is Georgia -3.5.
You think they're going to whoop them?
Yeah, I'm really liking Georgia this year. Florida
Really?
hasn't really shown much to me yet. Coming off a couple weeks of misplay, I think their offense will struggle to get it going. Georgia's got a tough defense. I think Georgia's defense ends up winning this game for Florida.
Okay. I felt the opposite going into this week, but I don't want to put. Here's my thing: I try not to bet on my teams because it's tough to bet against them because it's tough to root. You know how it is. It's tough to root against your team, and Georgia is my team.
Absolutely.
That's who I root for.
Okay.
And so we're gonna stay away from that one. I think that Florida's offense is better than Georgia's defense. Georgia struggled with Kentucky. I think Florida's better, but we'll see as the game goes on. I'm rooting for Georgia, so I hope that's a good lock.
Yeah, I don't think Georgia will have any issues with that.
No.
All right.
All right, my next lock of the week. I'm gonna give it to Maryland at +25.5. That is an insane line. For a team that came off a big win and Tawa, he's not Tua, he's Tawa, right? With Maryland played really good against Minnesota. Tallulah, whatever his name is. The other Tagovailoa.
I call him Baby Tua.
Baby Tua. He looked good. And yes, Minnesota's defense is not as good as Penn's defense, but I think Maryland needed that one terrible game, and I don't think they're going to be studs, but I think the Big Ten is really crazy. I really should stay away from it because it's such a crazy division right now. But I'm going to go with Maryland +25.5 over Penn State.
Good call. I like that.
Yeah, it's insane. Right. So that was our. Now we're on 4, right? 4 counting.
Yep, number 4. Yeah, we have a lot of issues with counting.
Yeah.
My fourth lock of the week is Tulane -5. I'm backing on Tulane again, going up against East Carolina. Again, I'm just going to keep riding Tulane until it stops.
Yep.
East Carolina doesn't really show me much. Tulane
they had a good game last week.
Yeah.
No, but I see what you're saying. Tulane is tricky.
Yeah, Tulane is tricky. I think Tulane running the ball will be able to counteract that. I haven't seen Eastern Carolina play well defense against the run. So I'm going to go with Tulane -5 here. Gotcha.
So a game that I am looking at that I think it's the Sun Belt, which I've been beginning to really love. As you know, Coastal Carolina, the spread is 18, and I'm going to go with the over on this.
Okay.
The over is at 55.5. I think they do. I think so. I would more be inclined to go with the over 55.5, but I would also do the spread for Coastal Carolina. They played insane last week. Insane.
Yes.
So that's my fourth lock of the week, and then now we're moving on to our 4 could happen. These could be upsets that people aren't expecting. But that is what we're going to be doing with these next 4 picks. And make sure you let us know in the comments if this is a better thing or if we go through the whole thing. Because I know it's when people give you a couple bets, I feel like it's a little bit better. But let us know. Whatever our audience wants, we obviously want to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, James, what is your first?
All right, my first one with the spread, obviously, and I would probably bump this up into a teaser, try to get some extra points out of it. But I'm going to take Rutgers plus 38 points.
Yeah.
Going back to Rutgers, I like the fact that Greg Schiano has got a little bit rolling here at Rutgers.
Mm-hmm.
Last week they did take the L. The week prior they did take the W. I can see this as look-ahead games, not essentially a trap game where Rutgers is going to make this thing a 7-point game. But getting 38 points, I have to take that. If you could throw it in a teaser and grab the extra 6 points at 44, 44 and a half,
Yeah.
it's a smart play there. I would never take Ohio. I don't take any teams giving 30 points or more.
Yeah.
Like, I not to say that I would take any team getting 30 points, but to give 30 points and to try to make a bet on the game is outrageous.
Yeah.
But Rutgers plus 38, try to tease it into a 44 point. I think Rutgers, because Rutgers, see, this is what the thing is. Rutgers, everybody's banking on their last year where they. So I don't think that they'll be able to.
We lost you for a little bit. Do you want to just repeat what you said? Sorry, little Zoom issue, technical difficulties. We're still working on it.
I don't think that Rutgers is the same team they were last year offensively. So when you're talking about last year, if you want to make it comparable, Rutgers is scoring 0 points a game last year,
Right.
on average. So there's a couple negative games I think in there as well. Little joke. Everyone relax. Don't worry.
Here comes all the Rutgers fans.
Yeah, don't put in the comment sections. How it's not possible to score negative points.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think that Rutgers is able to cover the 38 because they're actually going to be able to score some points in this game. Not a lot, but they'll score enough.
I got you. So I am going to go with the Nebraska upset of Northwestern. It's at 3.5 right now. I liked how Nebraska looked in that other game.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think Northwestern hasn't played anyone that great. As I say that, they played a Maryland team for the first time that was all working together. It was I know they have new offensive linemen because our boy Sean Christie left. He graduated. So we know they had some new offensive linemen there, a new quarterback. So I think that game was kind of a fluke. I am going to go with the Nebraska 3.5 over North plus 3.5. I just think that Nebraska. I think what is it? Not Mac Brown. Who is Scott Frost?
Mm-hmm.
He's a good coach. I think they're trying to get it all together.
I agree.
All right, who's your second potential of the week?
The potential is going to be Illinois getting 7 points. Until why am I losing my track here? Good Lord, I lost my notes. No. 1 second, hold on.
No worries. We got time.
I apologize, everyone. Screenshots was not the way to do this today. Where the hell is it? Okay, yeah. Illinois plus 7. That was correct. Plus 7 points. Illinois plus 7. Until Minnesota does something to prove to me that they're actually going to be a competitive team this year, I'm going to take the underdog in every game. Illinois hasn't done much to really get me going for them, but Minnesota hasn't done anything, so 7 points is too much. I'm going to take Illinois plus a touchdown.
Gotcha. Looks good. Looking good. I like that pick. For me, number 2 is I'm going to take Appalachian State at minus 20.5. I know that's a pretty large line, but Texas State got rocked not that long ago. I forgot by who. I think it was BYU. They got rocked. And that Appalachian State's a pretty good team. I've watched them play, and I've watched them, play better than most teams in that division. I think that's a fun division to watch. I've brought it up. I think we need to, I'm trying to bring light to the lower divisions, not just the Big Five, because a lot of them are a lot of fun to watch. And this Sun Belt, I probably wouldn't have watched in any other year, but I began to watch it a little bit, which is so much fun to watch. But Appalachian State is a decent team. Texas State is not. They give up 480 yards a game.
Right.
35 points a game. They lost to Louisiana, not by much, but they lost to BYU 52-14. I'm going to go with Appalachian State here at 18.5.
All right.
It's a big one, but or 20. I'm sorry, it's 20.5. But yes. All right, James. What is your? Are we on 3, or are we on 4? This is 3. What is number 3 for you?
Number 3 for me is going to be Colorado plus 6.5 going up against UCLA.
That's a good call.
Colorado last year proved to me that they're a pretty well-coached team.
Mm-hmm.
I like them plus the touchdown and a half. An extra point by UCLA will blow this spread at minus 6.5. I'm calling it right now. Colorado loses by 6.
Gotcha. Good calls. The next one for me, it's tough. I have one that I'm waiting for last, so don't mind me as I think in my head what I had in my. And I'm going to go with the over 61.5 for the SMU Temple game. That is my. I think both teams can score. Temple did not score, but they also allow a lot of points. So I think that is the over 61.5 for that game. All right, now we're up to our last sort of lock of the night. James, what are you going with?
All right, my last one is Texas Tech TCU over 61.5 points.
Good call.
Again, I expect a lot of offense out of this one. I had an over this week that hit at halftime.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
You like that?
So I think that that's actually possible in this Texas Tech TCU game. Expect a lot of offense, not a lot of punts. Definitely not a lot of punts. So.
Gotcha. All right. That's a good call.
Over 61.5. If you could jump on that now, I would.
Yeah. I would like to say my last one, and I would like it to be a potential bet if you're interested in it.
Oh, boy. Okay.
I am going to take Notre Dame on Saturday to beat Clemson.
I will take that bet.
Okay.
What do we do?
All right, we got to figure out what you would like to do for this bet. I do not put condiments on my head. That is a rule. I will never do that.
Right. Do you have any Auburn gear?
I do not have any Auburn gear. No. Fortunately not.
All right. What are we going to do here?
I have a game that we could play next week.
Okay.
You're down for it. If you could get, maybe a bottle of Jameson or whatever you like. I have a Pink Whitney bottle.
Okay.
And every time the winner says over, the loser has to take a shot. And that will be our bet next week.
That works. I'm down for that.
Perfect. So let's go Notre Dame. And that's who I have as my shorter lock of the week. I think they can pull it off.
Okay.
And that is tuition. Please let us know if you like the new segment that we're doing with tuition. It's a little bit shorter, but for people like me, it's great for the attention span.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Yeah. So
that's a good point.
Yes. So let us know what you think in the comments. We'll be on Spotify and YouTube, and this will be uploaded tonight.
All right.
All right, and that's it for tuition.
Peace.